Hello everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature, and today I have a very plain and nondescript box in front of me. Isn't that exciting? If the answer is yes to that question, then you could just stop watching right now, because it's not. Anyway, this box is actually my brother's. It's because I have been nagging him and pestering him and waiting to see his new Titan Forge models. He had backed the raid on the Temple of the Serpents that Titan Forge ran, I believe, last year, or relatively 2018, 19, somewhere in there. Anyway, they specifically focused on their Bloodsail Island ogres, as well as a new jungle Amazonian themed army in addition to that. And I don't remember what I backed for, but I know I backed it, and I know I got something totally different than him. But he got a bunch of infantry. So without further ado, he said, go ahead, borrow my box. Borrow being the key word. He's not going to let me keep everything. And we can start taking a look at what you... Bases. A lot of bases. Damn, what did he order? Well, he got all kinds of bags of stuff here. So let's take a look. Okay. So for the most part, these are archers. And despite the necessary cleanup, it looks to be like a one-piece model. Looks good. How's the scale look? Acceptable. How many different poses are there? So we have... Ooh, multiple poses. That's always nice. 3... Huh. Okay. So within that one bag is 5 different poses. So if you're looking for skirmish stuff, obviously this is not fully even delivered yet, and I would imagine once it is, they're going to have this in their web store. And if they don't have it in their web store, they will probably have it in their new Patreon for STL files, if that's your thing and want to print them yourself. I might just give it a try myself one of these days. But that's pretty nice. So everything is a single piece model. They are appropriately sized for gaming. They come with 20mm bases if you are interested. And this is another bag of archers, and it's the exact same poses. Okay, so I want to say they were sold in units of 10. So with 5 poses, 10 models and 5 poses is not a bad ratio. Let's set these girls aside. Let's see what's in the next bag. Alright, this bag looks to be swordsmen? Swordswomen? Close combat? Okay. Interesting pose. A shield behind her head. I like these. They look the part. They don't look too cheesecake. Some companies like Grimskull have a bad tendency of having overtly cheesecake models. But they are wearing armor. And interestingly enough, their armor is different than the archers. So we have that pose. We have one who is supposed to be dashing forward. No, we got 2 of those, or 2 similar ones. A couple of weapons. Looks like we're probably going to have to glue the weapons. She's got it behind her back. She actually has a helmet on. That's interesting. So does she. Some do, some don't. Odd. Set them out of the way. Okay, what are these? These look like pole arms or spear women. I'm like, where are the spear tips? As I get things back in focus. Sadly, these look like they're going to have to either be replaced with brass rods or at least straightened out. Their spear tips are actually in the bag here. So we have spears, blades, and archers so far. Alright, our next bag seems to be another set of the blades. Ooh, what's all that? Oh, these are the hero models. Okay, let's take a look at those. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, okay, we haven't seen those yet. We'll save the heroes for last. Blowgun units. Now that's pretty cool. So I think kind of the idea was to use these models as almost like a proxy lizardman army. You could have the light infantry as skinks. They had heavier infantry that would have made like perfect Seraphons, you know, Saurus Guard, Temple Guard, whatever you want to call them. A little bit of cleanup is the only thing. I don't have a problem with it, but I know some people might. And again, you can notice that their armor is a lot lighter than the blade-carrying women. They're lacking those helmeted options. Okay, we saw spears. Saw the blowguns. Oh, what is this? Oh, I want to say these were the headhunters, which were almost like Amazonian ninja ladies. I think they're supposed to be like assassins. So I'm not sure what happened to her blade. It's like a little comma she's got right there, or if those need to be glued on. But it was a unit of 5, and everybody's actually in their own poses. She's wearing a skull mask. These are pretty cool looking models. Oh, look at that. Maybe you want to have yourself a jungle-themed Rangers of Shadows Deep. You totally could get away with it. How do they stack up with a Frostgrave model? Pretty close. Let's see, we have 2 more sculpts in here. You can see here some of their blades and chakrams. That's kind of cool. I thought we saw this one. Okay. They're similar but different. She's got it on her back. I'm guessing she's like the unit leader or something. Definitely cool. I should nag him for 1 or 2 to paint myself. Oh, I think I got this one. And then there were some more spears. We saw those. This is one of the ladies with the dual blades and the Jaguar behind her. I know I ordered this one. She looked kind of cool. So she has this big fancy headdress. How does she stack up size-wise? Where's the model here? Not too bad. So you can see here she's got like the Jaguar pawing around behind her. Of course, the head's going to be a separate piece. And then we have the blades themselves. We'll keep her handy so we don't lose anything. And finally, this baggie of freebies. These were the hero models that were stretch goals or available if you were interested. We had the Huntress. That's kind of a cool mask she's wearing. A very Aztec-looking warrior queen. Is this her weapon? I don't know. Somebody's weapon. I don't know what that is either. We've got a bird. I believe the bird goes on... maybe with her, or maybe it was with the Huntress. I think it was the Huntress. Like that. Okay. I think... ooh, maybe that wasn't supposed to be broken. That looks like her staff. And then, or maybe that is, I don't know. This is one of their generals. Supposed to have the sword like so. And then we have the priestess with some snakes. And I think that's everything. There's a tiny bit here that I have no idea. Somebody's hand. Okay. But My brother, being ever industrious, has decided to already have painted some of these, and I did show these off on somewhere, Facebook or Instagram or something. And again, I think after painting them and trying to come up with a paint scheme, you can see the difference in the armors. So they have like a kind of open chest top, they have kind of a wrap. The archers have like this sash tied, and then the blade units actually have a lot more going on there. So everybody is quite distinct visually in terms of how they look and armor, and with an actual base. If I can find which hunter friend again. You see they stack up pretty nicely compared to other models out there. That was always one of my big complaints with a lot of... Whoa. Not that far, dude. One of my complaints with a lot of the early Titan Forge models is they felt really tiny, but even on their 20mm bases here, I think they're going to stack up all right, and they're not going to look too out of place with modern models. This is a Shield Wolf sci-fi sister, but their sci-fi sisters actually is the same bodies as their fantasy ones. So Shield Wolf also has their Shield Maidens, which would be quite fun to have alongside these. So, something to look forward to if you are in the market for resin jungle women. And sadly, we don't have any samples of their dinosaurs. This faction had piles of dinosaur riding heroes and siege units and war machines and cavalry as well, but he didn't get any, so I can't really show you those. Take a look at Titan Forge's website whenever you get a chance, and hopefully they will have something that strikes your fancy, and hopefully I will be back with more myself in the future when my own pledge comes as well. With that said, this is High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.